The Please Touch campaign started as a reaction to a realization I had at some point in my life where decisions were really piling up, and I had to make relationship decisions, school decisions, future decisions, money decisions, all of the above. And I started going to a counselor, and I realized that I was doing everything the counselor said, and I wasn't taking her advice. I was taking it as if it were answers. And it wasn't really helping me. And I realized that you can't go to people for answers. Your friends give you advice, and your parents, your counselors, everyone gives you advice, but only you can really make the decision. And I didn't want to be responsible for my actions. I wanted someone else to tell me what to do so I could potentially blame it on them if it went wrong. But you can't do that. You really need to learn to be decisive. And I think that is what makes people very successful in whatever it is they want to do. When I first started college, I felt like everyone was better at graphic design than I was. Everyone knew the programs better. I felt kind of cheated because I didn't know what I was doing, and everyone felt so confident. I didn't know where the confidence was coming from. And I realized that I needed to be more confident, but I didn't know how. And, the further I went in the program, I started to get more confident. I realized that, when I make a piece, I put so much effort into it that I have to own it. And, at the end of the day, when it's done, I gotta be proud of that work. And if I'm not proud of it, how do I expect other people to be proud of it? How are other people supposed to be interested and loving my work if I'm not even loving it? So from there, I wanted to create a symbol and something for people to relate to, and a symbol that would make people think. So I came up with this poster idea with 2 words, please, touch. And in the middle, seemingly there would be nothing. But as you touched it, the word don't would start to appear because of a stencil I made, and I put the word don't in like an adhesive that stays tacky. And it was so interesting in my mind as I was creating this whole thing. I couldn't wait to see the outcome, to see if people were actually going to touch it, how dirty the word was going to get, if the word was actually going to show up, if it was going to be effective. And, through the whole process, the word don't actually appeared. And, I like to think that it meant something, and, people took something from that. When they come up to the poster and the viewer sees it and the word don't is somewhat there but not, and they have to decide, is this poster telling me to touch it or not to? And there's so many things in our lives that we have to make decisions about, and this just represents one of them. I've created this entire campaign where people can be reminded that they have confidence, that they have the answers. You don't have to go to other people and look for the answers. You can get advice, but you have the answers. The blog is like this this collaboration between people and experiences and ideas and thoughts, and it allows people to understand what other people are doing and how they make their decisions, and how their decisions affect other people. And it's just this very positive environment that I'm trying to create. It's a movement to make people realize that they should be more confident. Being decisive is a way that you're going to move forward. A classic example is if you're doing a backflip. If you jump up and you're not fully committed to bending your body at the exact moment that you should, at the exact angle that you should, then you're not going to make the flip. You can't jump halfway in the air and decide in that moment, oh, I don't want to do this, and then it's all half-hearted because you're just going to fall on your face. You need to make a decision, and you just need to stick to it. And I think that is a lesson that everyone needs to learn, and this campaign is a way for people to see that. The posters, I want people to hang the posters in their rooms and their houses and be reminded of making that decision to touch or not to touch, and knowing that they have the right to make that decision, and with it comes responsibility, and they're okay with that.